Well, other than the sneak, it's really the quarterback draws. He starts back 2 or 3 steps. Gets the good block there. Frank Maliuna, his number 54, was moving to the left trying to get off the block. He did. Good running by Woodward to break to that left side. He just keys the block of the center or the 2 guards, whichever gives him the most leeway to create a lane, and he brought him back into the closer field goal range.
Mazzetti to try from 38 yards now. The line is set. Franz puts it down. Mazzetti hits it, and it is no good. Line to the left. Mazzetti had hit on 23 out of 30, and he comes up empty. Boston leads 10-7. We'll be back. That brought the ball downfield and put the touchdown on the board for Boston. They lead 10-7. Fasana takes over now at his own 21. He's 10 of 13, 115 yards, and an 8-yard touchdown toss to Jackson. First down by Oakland at the Invaders 21-yard line. Fasana backpedaling, dumps it off, complete to Aldridge, and he's hit, thrown down. Big number 71 in there. On top of the play was Odious Lee. Lee was there to handle that screen as the pass went to Aldridge.
Odious Lee, normally the nose tackle, but Boston, as it goes down to the tail end of this second quarter with just about 4 minutes remaining, has chosen to use 4 defensive linemen to try and get more pass rush on Fasana, figuring that he's going to put it in the air. And that time, good reactions by Lee to get outside and jump in the screen.
Henderson to the right and Banks to the left as you watch Fasana go back to throw. Over the middle, caught by the by Terosian, coming out of the backfield at the 24-yard line. At the 25 is where they say progress being made. Third down and about 6 yards to go. Oakland trailing 10-7.
Merrick had a clear foot in there. It looked like he was getting ready to cut him in half, but then he just made sure he made the tackle, and he was going to drill him.
Halftime, Ford brings you the big plays, so we want you to stay tuned for that. Coverage of USFL action in the course of this game here and action the past week. Fasana, 3rd, 6 to throw, has time, in the back, complete, first down, at the 42-yard line. Across the way, complete to Terosian, and a first down for the Invaders, out to about the 42-yard line. Phillips made the stop, marked it at the 42, a gain of 17 yards, first and 10. Well, to show you that America is still the land of opportunity and success comes to he who works hard for it. Terosian was a red hat for us here at one of our recent games here in Oakland, and now there he is out there catching the ball and performing in fine fashion for the Oakland Invaders.
And I bet he likes it a lot better being out there in the field.
Play action, and Fasana back to throw is going to go long, or is it? Settles for a short effort to his tight end Chester, and it comes up empty as he looked deep and wanted to go for all of it, and then elected to go to the old mitt, but he just did miss him by about an arm's length.
Well, he had an awful lot of time to throw that football. A good job by the offensive line, pass protection-wise. Fasana, while he didn't have it down the right side, looked to a second receiver, and really where Raymond Chester was concerned, who was coming from Fasana's right to left, was the 3rd choice in it. But by then, he just kind of pulled the string on a little bit.
Banks to the right. Henderson is flanked to the left. Fasana with a 2nd and 10 at his own 42. Caught at the 46-yard line of the Boston Breakers, and the man making the grab is Chester, and Merrick is there to make the tackle.
Well, Raymond Chester at the bottom of the screen, releasing. Nobody slows him up at all. He just drifts into the center, right down the middle of the double zone that Boston's employing, so that's the vulnerable area. There's no linebacker in that immediate vicinity, but Chester, the technique of it is to adjust your speed so that you don't go too far and get behind the linebacker, or you go far enough to uncover from the other one, and Chester does it extremely well as we wind down to the 2-minute warning.
That's it. The ball is at the 46.
2-minute warning.
Oakland down 10-7.
You can be a part of it.
Hi, I'm Craig Morton. On July 17th, the USFL Championship football game will be played here at Mile High Stadium.
Good tickets are still available, so act now, and you'll be right in the thick of it.
Let's go.
Right USFL Championship game, care of Mile High Stadium, or call 303-480-1232.
Hope to see you here.
Tickets are now on sale for the first ever USFL Championship game set for Sunday, July 17th, 6 o'clock Mountain Time at Denver's beautiful Mile High Stadium. To order your tickets, call toll-free 1-800-824-7596. Or if you live in Colorado, call 303-480-1232. If you'd like to order your tickets by mail, write to Championship Games, Mile High Stadium, 1900 Elliott, Denver, Colorado, 80204. Now, prices for tickets are $22, $14, and for the gold box seats, $55. There's the information. We'll repeat it for you throughout the telecast. The championship game, the 17th of July in Denver. Oakland now, the Boston 46-yard line. First down for the Invaders. They're down 10-7. We're in the 2-minute warning area. Kasana completes it. Derosian hit the line and out of bounds, and a flag goes down. He got to the 45 and then out of bounds. Flag on the play, and a penalty for roughing the passer, personal foul against Boston. Oh, what a costly one that'll be.
That really is a costly one, because there was no reason to hit Fred Basana. The ball was gone, and it was extremely late. Boston employing the 5 defensive backs now, or their nickel defense. Tim Smith, 22, comes in and replaces one of the linebackers at that stage. The coverage was good, so Basana came out of the backfield.
Number 71, roughing the passer.
Must have been a dead ball foul, Don, because the line of scrimmage was the 46. It's 15 yards and taken to the 31. They've moved it to the 28.
In the right corner, Basana, as he goes back, the ball is going to be gone. Now you see the second shot coming in there that really is late at that point and very uncalled for. That's exactly the same way that Johnny Walton got hurt 2 weeks ago.
So a dead ball foul literally moves it 15 yards to the 29. Basana with the first down. Fires. High, wide, and incomplete. He obviously wanted to go in the end zone for the score, elected second choice to go to Jackson, and then seeing some pretty close coverage on Louis, just ripped it away.
Well, he stepped up in there. He got a little crack to the right side. It sort of opened up for him, a lane. And he started to move like he was going to run with the football. With 1:48 to go, he could have run for probably a good 10 or 12 yards had he chosen to do so. But then he upped and fired to Jackson and just really threw it, as you indicated, high and away. Looked like a fastball that sailed.
His one touchdown toss brought him to 21 for the year. The times it was Bobby Abrams for the league lead. It was an 8-yard throw to Jackson. Now he's back to throw again. A lot of time. This one caught. Beautiful reception inside the 15. The ball is dropped. But at about the 12-yard line, it'll be Jackson with the ball and the completion. And the stop is made by Jones, number 23, coming over to make the hit.
Basana drops back. Again, good protection. He has all kinds of time. You see the twist with the stunt up in front of it. He wanted to go out to the right, but came off very quickly to Louis Jackson. A fine adjustment by Basana to find him. It was like mid-swing of his arm that he just kind of jerked himself around to hit Jackson, who came from right to left, circling out of the backfield. The 5 DBs were way back, and he picked up a big gain, so you don't have to always go way upfield.
We've got a minute 18 remaining in the first half. Boston leads 10-7, but the lead in jeopardy now. At the 12-yard line, and complete. Tried to throw it out in the right flat, down and out to the sidelines to Henderson. Obviously a time play, and Basana threw it just too quickly.
Well, I'll tell you, was he ever there, because Woodrow Wilson, the corner, was at least 10 yards off of Henderson at that point. And again, they had the double safety blitz coming that time. The quick out call, which is frequently an automatic that clubs will employ when they see the blitz early enough. Boston did show it very early. Henderson was wide open, but the ball was thrown poorly.
But it's 2nd and 10 now at the 12-yard line, and Basana with a golden opportunity to take a halftime advantage. He's trailing 10-7. He's back to throw. Over the middle, caught by Derosian, and he's dropped to the 8-yard line. Pretty good reaction by the Breaker defensive unit. Phillips, Rustick was there as well, number 36.
Short timeout.
Oakland's going to call time with 1 minute and 1 second remaining in this first half as Bassana comes over to talk to Coach John Ralston. Ford will bring you the big plays. Tom Means will be there at halftime. You'll see all the action from last week in the United States Football League and the big plays coming out of this ball game in the first half today as well.
Well, you see an adjustment. You mentioned the linebackers jumping on it quickly, Tom. The previous play, they had the 5 defensive backs. Of course, they were further out, and they were playing it softer. And Louis Jackson made the catch and was able to pick up some nice yardage. That time, Ted Tarosian, because they were closer to the goal line, less luxury of area to operate, came out of the backfield, and they jumped on it quickly. But Oakland does a fine job. You had mentioned the importance of Whittington, who is not in the football game, with all the receptions he has as a leader in that category. Now, regardless of who the back is, be it Jackson or Tarosian, the last couple of cases, they're popping the ball off to him. But the thing that makes that so effective is they have guys like Wyatt Henderson and Gordon Banks, an Olympic sprinter with great speed on the outside to drive people off. And recognizing it, John Ralston uses that in his attack to utilize those backs effectively.
Well, it's 3rd down and 3 at the 5. First down, of course. Or they can get a touchdown just 5.5 yards away. Timeouts remaining, 1 for each team. Jackson's caught 6 passes for 80 yards today. One of those an 8-yard touchdown grab. Tarosian's caught 7, 51 yards.
Shows you how much they use them.
3rd down now at the 5-yard line. Now Chester changes with Banks, who's operating as a tight end. Now goes in motion, sent wide to the right. Lots of movement back there. Jackson rolling to the right is Bassana, and he gets hit and throws it back for Chester. Well, that play really had more moves than a monkey with a new rope. I've never seen so many guys in motion going from one formation to another, and it was all designed to trick up that Boston defense, and the end result was to fake everybody and try to hit Raymond Chester, and Bassana just flat missed it.
Yes, he did. Chester was complaining a little, felt that he was held. Doug Earhart, the offensive coordinator, is the one that calls the plays down for their offensive purposes. And that time, he showed them so many combinations, as you indicated, there was a little confusion on the Boston Breaker defense, and they got away with it.
22-yard field goal try now by Shea. The last one was blocked. This one he hits, it's up, and it's good. Now Shea made 5 in a row, and then had it blocked and returned 75 yards for the Boston touchdown. And now Shea comes back to start what John Ralston hopes will be a new streak. At any rate, the 22-yarder has deadlocked this ball game at 10-10 with 55 seconds remaining here in the first half. So Shea, who was rolling along, had hit 5 in a row, suddenly has it blocked. Touchdown returned by Needham. Now Shea gets the tying field goal at 22 yards.
Well, he's a local favorite from St. Mary's, just over the hill here in Moraga. And he started out the season not very well. He has a lot of fans that are out here watching him. And he's been something of a streak kicker, as you indicated. He went poorly early in the year, and then he hit several in a row, and then he, of course, coming off of 5 in a row, and then he gets that one blocked. And you look at this game, really, Boston at this point, while they certainly aren't satisfied, they didn't capitalize the last time they were down there. They missed the field goal. But Oakland, who has moved the ball quite successfully, yet not put many points on the board, just come from behind to make it 10-10 and very easily could have gone ahead. So it's kind of a moral lift as far as the Breakers are concerned.
And it'll be the kickoff now by Shea, and it's a line drive bouncing down in front of Steele, going out of bounds at the 6. The flag goes with it. Illegal procedure. You've got to be able to handle the ball in the field of play, and so it'll be a 5-yard walk-off, and they'll bring it back and kick it again. Woodward, when he gets out there to take over, has completed 2 of 7, and he has one of those intercepted, 28 yards altogether. That drive started on the Oakland 21, 74 yards, ending up in a 22-yard field goal. Very nice drive engineered by Bassana and company. Jackson, Chester was in there for a couple of key receptions as they mixed it up quite well, and then they got a big Boston mistake, roughing the passer call on a dead ball.
They have an illegal kick, out of bounds, 5-yard penalty, and re-kick.
They're going to take it to the 30, and they'll put it down there for the kickoff.
Boston at this stage, as we indicated, has not used their #1 quarterback, Johnny Walton, who is suffering from that knee injury, and they had indicated they were going to get him in as early and as quickly as possible to see how mobile he was in there. But the fact that the score is close, if they could avoid utilizing him today, they would like to, and they're at 10-10, no problems with Doug Woodard handling the chores.
Wilson to the far side, and the ball is angled toward him. Takes it to the 10, back to the 20, 25, out close to the 34-yard line before he's brought down. I've got to believe both coaches, Shaw was there to make the stop, consider themselves very fortunate to be no worse off, or at least as good as the other guy at 10-10, when you consider that without Whittington, Oakland's at a disadvantage. Yet Jackson and Terosian have played beautifully back there. And Curry has gotten a lot of mileage out of young Woodward. And now we'll see whether or not Johnny Walton indeed has come on. And John is out there now, as Dick wants to see if his somewhat gimpy-legged quarterback can get him downfield in 49 seconds to see about getting maybe 3 to take a halftime lead. This will be an interesting series now, as Boston starts 1st and 10 on their own 35-yard line. Now he's operating in the regular position, not in the shotgun. Trump trying to turn the corner, was out of bounds, chased out at about the 37. We thought, Don Heinrich, that Dick would put him as the shotgun formation to get him a chance to set up without having to put some pressure on the leg dancing back.
Well, you notice right here, everybody else thinking, or defensively speaking, well, here comes Johnny Walton into the game, a high percentage thrower, great skill in getting rid of the football. He only has 6 sacks for the season, which shows you how quick he releases it. But he starts out with the roll draw that has worked successfully for him earlier with Woodward in there, and that time Trump had nowhere, but he got out.
Well, here's John back to pass. Sets, fires it. A diving grab at the 44-yard line, incomplete. Pass was intended for the tight end, David Bale, and Plummer was there on defense.
Well, as Johnny Walton gets into the game, if you can see the lower part, he really isn't as active. You notice throwing off that back foot, he's limping. He can't really put that leg down and plant, get that forward motion to throw the ball as effectively as you'd like, get that good velocity on it. That time he was a little bit short with it. So they're going to check him out here just before the half, as you indicated, to see whether they can come back with him in the 3rd quarter.
Boston has not converted on 3rd down, and they aren't going to do it this time either. Trump is tripped up and dropped behind the line. And so the experiment, or the try by head coach Dick Curry, comes up empty, and now Boston will have to kick it away, and Oakland now has some thoughts. Hey, we're going to have a half a minute here of action time remaining, and we are going to have a chance to put some points on the board.
Even so, it's worth a try.
Banks waiting. There's the punt. It's a high boomer. Banks standing under it at the 25-yard line. Takes it with a fair catch there. And 25 seconds remain as they'll mark it at the 26, and Oakland will have that much time, that much real estate, too, to cover as they try to do something about a 10-10 halftime deadline. Oakland 1st and 10 on the Invader 26. We're tied, check it, at the Invader 21, and we're tied at 10. Fasana has hit on 16 of 23, 167 yards, and 1 touchdown, an 8-yard flip to Louis Jackson. Oakland has moved the ball well against the Boston club, but no better than 10-10 with 25 seconds left in this 1st half. Terosian is the up back, Jackson is the deep back. Banks to the right, and Henderson is flanked to the left. Pitches back to Jackson, breaks away from one tackler, breaks right through a mess of others, on his feet downfield to the 42-yard line. Well, Boston's tackling leaves something to be desired. Jackson was stopped for what should have been a loss of 5 yards or so, stepped away, ran right by about 4 armed tacklers, and takes it to the 40-yard line.
Well, the little pitch, conventional pitch, excellent force in a hurry at that point by Ben Needham, but then good footwork by Jackson to reverse his field and then breaks it back up to the inside. Jackson, who is a stocky little guy at 5'10", but 200 pounds, out of Cal Poly, San Luis Obispo, and a great career down there. Shows why he...
Rumble by Jackson. Let's see if Fasana can do anything now.
Remember, Shea kicked the 47-yarder last week, so one decent 1st down, he could get a pop at it.
Screen pass, complete, 40, Jackson, 45, to about the 48-yard line. Hit and brought back here in Oakland.
Over Tampa Bay. Early on, Michigan looks good. Bobby Hebert back to throw. He finds Anthony Carter, double coverage. Carter comes down with a football. Beautiful catch, 7-0 Panthers, end of one. The Federals trail at 10-0 in the second quarter when quarterback Kim McQuilkin hits Billy Taylor for the touchdown. Extra point, no good. Michigan still on top 7-6. With 1 second left in the half, the score 17-6 Michigan. Sandro Vicello for Washington, 51-yarder. It is good with plenty to spare, 17-9 Michigan at halftime. Washington still playing catch-up ball in the second half. Michigan with the ball. Bobby Hebert looking for his big tight end, Mike Cobb. Now Cobb makes the catch, but watch what happens. He hits the ground, up comes the football. Hey, look what I found, says defensive back Doug Green. Picks it off in midair. 35-yard return for 6 at 17-15 Michigan. Fourth quarter now, getting tight. Federals take their first lead. Sandro Vicello again, 45 yards. He nails it. Federals lead at 25-24. But with less than a minute to go in the game, a chip shot for Novo Boyevich. It's good. Final score, Panthers win one in a scare, 27-25. Then last Friday night, a week ago Friday night, at the Meadowlands, New Jersey hosting the LA Express. Early on, New Jersey got the scoring started. A first quarter 93-yard drive. Here's the big play of that drive. An over-the-shoulder catch by Sam Bowers on a Jeff Baffle pass. 34 yards on that play. Then running back Dwight Sullivan for the touchdown. It's 7-0 the Generals early on. Los Angeles comes right back, though, almost single-handedly. LaRue Harrington, he carries the ball into the end zone. He carried the ball just about every play on that 7-play drive. We're tied at 7. Herschel Walker, the big back out of Georgia, breaks George Rogers' rookie rushing record with that 11-yard TD run to give the Generals a 14-7 lead, something that his coach Chuck Fairbanks is very happy about. New Jersey, though, hasn't had much of a pass rush this year, but watch this play. Here, Ron Stillman picks off a pass because of pressure put on quarterback Tom Ramsey of L.A. Stillman comes up with the interception that led to a Generals lead at 17-10 at halftime. Second half, Ramsey comes back strong for L.A. 67-yard bomb. The biggest pass play of the night for L.A. to Anthony Allen, the rookie out of Washington. This play led to a field goal, cutting New Jersey's lead to 17-13. But that was it for L.A. The Express threatening late in the fourth quarter. Sam Sopp with a big interception in the end zone of a Ramsey pass, and the Generals hang on for...
Now, the Campanile up here at the University of California at Berkeley, and he's sitting on the bench now, and he's telling the guy upstairs, Listen, things are just kind of tough out there. I didn't see the guy on the sidelines, Henderson, then Banks drops it, and I'm getting a rush back there. But Walton's got a tale of woe he could tell, too, as he comes out.
He's 0 for 5 right now coming into this series of downs, and they're going to try and go again with Johnny.
You know, Talley hit a 58-yard punt a moment ago. Now Boston on their own 41 takes over. Crump is in there along with Johnson. Davis, injured, is out. That's Bale, the tight end, in motion. Crump straight back inside on that counter play to about the 43. Give him 2, 2nd and 8 as they unpile up. And Gary Plummer, who indeed played just a shadow away from where he is right now up at Cal Berkeley.
What a story he's been, too.
Oh, what a great season. Outstanding linebacker for this ball club.
Tackle at Cal, made the transition linebacker where you got to learn to get the pass coverage in. He's been pretty good in terms of interceptions. He has 3. Boston is 2nd in the USFL in pass offense, but just 20 yards today. So it shows you the defensive effectiveness of the Oakland Invaders, and Doug Woodward and now Johnny Walton not having much success against it.
Yancey just came off the field limping for the Oakland Invaders. He was pointing a finger at somebody in the Boston backfield. Walton dumps it over the line. It's caught by Crump at midfield. Good move to the 45, and a flag comes from way out of nowhere. The ball is on the turf, and has scrambled for it. Hold everything. Up with the football, and they're signaling that it belongs to the Oakland Invaders, and there'll be a big discussion about this one.
And another flag goes up.
The guy who jumped up with the football was Dan Hurley, a rookie out of Nebraska. Or excuse me, Georgia Tia, the first-year player out of LSU. And the officials will sort all of this out now.
Bayou Bengal.
Now Oakland says they've got the ball.
Oh, what a turnover, really. Well, it's a delay coming from right to left as Walton play action to the right, sliding to the right to pull him that way. You see it coming back over to the right side at that point to Richard Crump, who had delayed and slid out there. Now the ball slips out. He wasn't really stripped. He just didn't have it tucked into that elbow. And you hear coaches frequently say, don't carry it like a loaf of bread. Well, poor White Crump, because he tries to run so hard.
84 White. Fumble. Recovered by Oakland. Personal foul.
Still don't know what
Officials
the flag's
making a
all
call. We
about.
couldn't quite get it there. A different angle, and Crump coming across. The tail end takes the little shot, and the ball pops free. But coaches are always saying, you know, don't carry it like a loaf of bread. Put that ball away, tuck it into that arm, wrap it, and when you're going to get tackled, put the other arm around it if you possibly can.
Big walk-off against Boston, and boy, are they unhappy. Down to their 37, and Oakland's got a magnificent break.
What an opportunity for Oakland at this point, because Boston seemed to have generated some offense, much better than it had been. That's the 7th penalty for 50 yards against Boston, and possibly the most crucial of the day for them, certainly up to this point, as they are leading 13-10, but excellent field position for the Oakland Invaders.
54 White. First down, Oakland.
Victoria was